Hey everyone, I'm Adrian Rodriguez.
And I'm Hector Baphomet's Witness Marcus, and welcome to the second installment of the Weekly Metal Dose, where we discuss everything metal related.
Satan.
This week, Mr. Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails won the Golden Globe Award for his soundtrack for The Social Network. What are your thoughts on it?
I think it was very good. I mean, the movie is like a modern time Pirates of Silicon Valley. I mean, it's the same concept and everything about a guy taking out another people idea and making it better or improving upon it. But I think the music really sets the mood for the whole thing. I really liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised actually by it. I wasn't expected to be so cheerful. I mean, I'm glad that Mr. Reznor is out of from his downward spiral stage.
His god looks, right?
Not only his god look, but his time with substance abuse. And it was just a mess. I was actually surprised to hear how upbeat he was. I mean, it still has some reminiscent tones, but overall, it's a much more upbeat take on it.
Yeah, I think it's also very upbeat, but I think it fits the movie really well. And I think it's important for an artist to branch out of what you're used to doing, making something different, and branch out of what you're doing. You're a common type of work. It's important because it works for other people too. And I think Trent Reznor has enough credibility and enough talent to do something besides the dark gothic industrial stuff that he usually does.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we got a breather out of it since the Ghost album, the whole Four Ghosts album. So who knows? Maybe we'll see a more upbeat Trent Reznor coming up. But I mean, props to him for winning, for taking the Golden Globe.
Well, last week we talked about Catatonia. We did a review for one of the latest albums actually. And this week I was really happy to find out that they're gonna make a big tour celebrating their 20th anniversary, and they're gonna do it with a special tour in England called Last Friday Gun Night. And it's really good because they're gonna be playing the Last Friday album back to back to complete the whole thing, and some songs every now and then. And I want to go there. I wish I had money to go there to London because the guys from Catatonia really put it out. I'm going to see them in a few months, a few weeks, but I would still have wanted to go and see.
It promises to be a really good show, especially if they're putting together a DVD.
Yeah.
It has to be a good show. It has to promise. The audience responses is going to be amazing.
Hopefully,
it should. So yeah, props to the guys. Good for them. I really hope they would come a bit more to this side of Mexico, not just say Mexico City and Monterrey, and that's it.
Yeah.
But we have to work with what we got, right? So.
But if you can be there in London, May 6th, be there for the guys in Catatonia. Great albums, great music, and show your support for the doom metal scene and what they've done. They've done a lot of great things for music, and maybe you do it you're gonna have a nice surprise, man. I know maybe Michael Eccles we're gonna do it by. They have a lot of history together. Maybe
that'd be great. That'd be great. Although Catatonia did not drop by for Opeth's anniversary tour, so I don't know.
Hint, guys. You can also invite us. We'll be there.
Also, the extreme metal guys from Arch Enemy have just announced the title for their new upcoming album, supposedly to be released in May. It's gonna be titled Chaos Legions. So, quite an interesting title, huh?
Well, I don't personally like Arch Enemy that much. They have a few songs that I like, but I think that's part of their band image. They're always calling their fans their legions or their group, or the songs are always about a community that there's. I suppose that they're calling out to their fans, no? Mm-hmm. Right? So I'm thinking that's their part of their image, and I think it's very good. Whatever works for them, whatever floats their boat, right?
I think they're a pretty good band. I think they're pretty solid players. The Abbott twins, they used to shred. Mr. Frederick from Opeth came out from there. It's a band that has a lot of trajectory, has put up some really good players into the metal scene. Besides, Angela Castle is just hot.
I like her voice, and I think she's very pretty. But the music sometimes it doesn't, just feel it. I can feel it that much. They have very few good songs that I like "We Will Rise." I think is a very good song, and some from the first album where Angela Castle sang in them. I think they're very good.
Oh, yeah.
But It's just something that
Doesn't float your
stick.
boat.
Yeah, it doesn't stick. But I mean, I know a lot of people's gonna be very happy because Arch Enemy has a very large following, especially here in Mexico. I see a lot of people wearing Arch Enemy shirts every now and then, more than other bands which have a larger trajectory or that one would think that they are more famous than Arch Enemies. Does very well here in Mexico.
They're pretty famous, and I mean, I think putting aside or misogyny, if you want to call it that, the idea of having a femme-fronted, aggressive metal band, say in the same vein as OTIP and such, it's something that for some reason attracts the metalheads.
I don't know.
Also, I wonder. It's just the idea of her doing the whole harsh vocal things because you have Lacuna Coil, you have Nightwish, you have all the other femme-fronted, Within Temptation, etc. But they restrict themselves to a certain singing voice.
Yeah.
And I think Angela Gosses really amps it up a notch.
Yeah, but Angela also doesn't sing clean vocals, which also makes her limited. But
it makes her exotic, so to speak. Unusual.
okay, we'll go with unusual for now. Well, also something that I want to talk about really fast is that last week Nergal from Behemoth came out and said that he came out of the hospital. He got stricken with leukemia last year, and we saw a lot of support from the metal community. And now he's out of the hospital. He's taking continuing with his treatment, but he's fine now. He's working now back with Behemoth, moving the Behemoth machine, which I think is very important. I mean, I personally got to meet him like 6 or 7 years ago when they came into Juarez, and he was a very cool guy. He took out the time to listen to my bullshit, to answer some questions, and I gotta say, for such a small club where they play here in Juarez, I don't know if you went to the same club. It was a really, really small club. I think it was about 200 people maybe at tops. But the guys really shred. And all the guys from Behemoth were really, really cool.
They put a great show, and I mean, even though it was a tiny club, as you mentioned, they actually changed right there on the spot to their work clothes, if you want to call them that.
The uniform.
Yeah, and they were actually changing right there behind the stage. I mean, they didn't even bother to ask for either any accommodations whatsoever. They were just changing right there. They didn't give a crap. And I think that's something quite admirable for, say...
And I think it's also very important for Nergal to come out of his treatment and doing well. Because, I mean, last year was a very heavy year for the metal community. So, because we lost a lot of good people. We lost Ronnie James Dio. We lost Peter Steele from Typo Negative.
Paul Gray
from Slipknot. And we came close to losing Behemoth. Nergal's the main man in Behemoth.
Yeah, he's a mastermind behind it. I believe it was a bone marrow transplant.
I think it was a fan. I think it was a fan. But it's not the fact that it was a fan. It was the problem that as soon as everybody knew that Nergal had a problem with and needed a bone marrow transplant, the whole community of metal fans, or those who could, or those who were capable of doing so, not just Behemoth fans, but the whole thing, the whole machinery moved and went up got tested for bone marrow transplants and donated
compatibility.
Yeah, even if they were incompatible with Nergal, they donated bone marrow for whoever was there. I think it's very important. It shows that the metal community can care about something else than getting drunk and listening to loud music.
And it's something that I think we'll be seeing a lot. I don't remember who it was right now. I think it was some guy from Cannibal Corpse that was stricken with cancer and had to go through chemotherapy. And there was actually a really big donation made by fans of hair.
That's hair. Cool. And the fans from Cannibal Corpse must have a lot of hair, right?
Oh yeah.
Because they like to wear their hair.
It's just, I think it's really something. I think it gives a lot of support. It gives a lot of credibility, so to speak, to the metal community.
It changes the typical image of the metalhead as being, just uncaring about everything, right?
So I completely agree with you. I think it's something that I'm not gonna say it fills my eyes with tears, but it's something that really strikes a chord in you, so to speak.
And congratulations for Nergal and the Behemoth family.
And whoever's the guy that actually donated the most, thank you, man.
You rock, dude.
Props to you. Also, this coming 24th of January marks the start of the 70,000 Tons of Metal Cruise, which is just a cruise ship packed with heavy metal stars, just going through the Caribbean, giving shows in the cruise, obviously. And it's just a great opportunity for, say, meet and greet with all of your favorite band members. I mean, and I'm just gonna read off a list here because it's just way too big. I mean, you got Blind Guardian, Dark Tranquility, Death Angel, Destruction, Enciferum, Epica, Exodus, Fear Factory, Fintroll,
Gamma Ray, Eister, Corpus Clanny, Malevolent Creation, Marduk, Moonspell, Nevermore, Obituary, Saxon, Sodom,
Sonata Arctica, Testament, Uli John Roth, Voivod, and this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, we have 40 bands total doing their thing, and you can also, like you said, you can talk with the band members while they're not playing, and it's really cool. I mean, it's also a different way to experience
heavy metal,
right? Because I mean, we get the festival, we get Bakken, we get